One way that lawyers lose tons of value on their cases is by treating trucking cases just like car wreck cases. So how are trucking cases different? Well, first, you've got a much bigger vehicle. Of course, they're not just bigger size-wise, they're bigger money-wise. And more importantly, there's a company there. So you're not just fighting about what the driver did or didn't do, but you're looking at what are the company decisions, what are the company policies, what choices were made at the company when they had to choose between spending time and money for safety or taking a chance to save money or save time, even though it put the public at risk. What did they choose? And do those bad choices lead inevitably to our crash or a similar crash happening? And trucking cases have rules more so than your regular auto cases. Your regular auto cases, you have your transportation laws, your rules of the road for your case, for your state, about what drivers need to do. But in trucking, there's also rules for what companies need to do. They need to vet their drivers. What kind of driving record did they have before? Talk to their former employers to see what kind of drivers they were. They need to train their drivers. They need to monitor the drivers and make sure they're not driving too many hours, that they're not getting tickets and causing crashes and doing dangerous things on the road. So that's very different than a regular car wreck case. One big way that trucking cases are different and where people lose a lot of value is that data and documents in trucking only have to be kept for so long. When a driver was driving, how many hours were they driving, when did they rest? They only have to keep those for 6 months. And even though they're electronic now, they set the programs to automatically delete them after 6 months. But if you act quickly to preserve the evidence, you can show that week after week, month after month, the truck driver was doing this. But if you don't act quickly, that evidence is gone and it's gone forever. And you only have the hope that that truck driver might confess, and that's not a very good odds that that's going to happen. So when you gather all this evidence, then you have to learn to dig deep and do what's called a root cause analysis, which is you keep asking, why did this happen? Why did this happen? Until you find out, was it a corporate decision? So why did the truck driver rear end somebody? Well, maybe he's following too closely. Why was the truck driver following too closely? Maybe the truck driver didn't know the rules that you're supposed to have a 7-second following distance in an 18-wheeler, not like the 2 to 4 second following distance we have in a regular passenger car. They need to do that, but you have to dig deep until you finally, almost always ends up, it's because the trucking company didn't want to spend the time and the money to train their drivers, to monitor their drivers, to hire safe drivers to begin with. And then it becomes a case about the company and not just about what this driver did. And that's what you really want in every case to find out. Can we make it about the company? If you can do that in your trucking cases, then you're going to motivate jurors to give the full value to your client for what the injuries are. When you treat your case as a trucking case and you find the rules that apply and you make it about the company, the value of your cases will skyrocket. We've had cases that other lawyers told us, oh, this case isn't even a case, that we've settled for $5, $6, $7 million. When you treat a trucking case like a trucking case and you do the work and you dig to find out what the company did wrong, you will get full value on your cases. That's more money for you, but more importantly, that's more money for your clients that need it.